on my birthday, 2014, Officer Taylor came and made a really bogus arrest. I complained about that, and you guys let it slide. Now, last month there was a trespasser call that he came on, and he completely denied department policy about dealing with transgender people. Oh, he was just rude, calling me Mr. Wasserberg, refusing to call me ma'am or Ms. Wasserberg. I asked him several times before I finally said, "That did it. I want your supervisor." And Alan, several times. Um, Sergeant Allen came and took the call, and Sergeant Hurd told me later that they dressed him down pretty good for it. But I want to lodge the complaint because I think the guy's got a hard on for me because of the bad arrest and just the whole attitude dance. And I don't feel safe on the street if I run into him. Yeah, I think he's got a specific problem with me, and it's possibly gender related. Let me see if I can find it. I think the report is E160290364. 160290364. But I think it's 16012903. Yeah, it's 1601290 364. That should be a call by him about a trespassing. Then the first burglary occurred later that day, and it was reported by Schrouder, 16012900560. It was assigned to Landau, and he's being non-responsive. It's almost a month. The suspect, who was the person that we called the trespassing on, I knew where to find him. The guy's a dope dealer. I know where it is. You know, I don't even watch cop shows on TV. I'm talking about when I was young and this has happened. I've been ridden around and pointing people out to these people, and they've never done any such thing. They never followed up and asked me for DJ. Repeatedly, and he was very rude about it. Correct. About the trespasser, yes. And no, he didn't take the report. I don't even know if there was a criminal trespass warning issued. All I know is 160129 would be January 29th. I don't know. It'll be on the report. I think it was about a noon call to them, and then the burglary got reported in the early evening. No, there was somebody there, but I don't remember who it was. 64 North Euclid. Say again, please. Yes, and that was Sergeant Allen. No, I let it go with that. And then Sergeant Hurd was here on another issue, on another trespassing call, and told me that they had reprimanded him pretty severely. But I just want to lodge the complaint that this guy needs to be retrained, and I really think he's got a hard on for me. You know, there was no reason to arrest me on my birthday. That was total bullshit. I have the video of what he was calling a disorderly conduct worth coming back the next day to arrest me for. My complaint is the guy is biased and trying to cause me harm by coming back on my birthday and arresting me for bullshit and putting the cuffs on just as tight as he possibly could get away with it and smacking my head on the way into the car. And then coming back here and being all smug, playing his like, first he comes in the yard calling me Tom. Nobody calls me Tom except people trying to piss me off. Nobody. Most people call me Tommy, Tomasa, or Ms. Wasserberg. He is the only person on the force who has come at me in that way. Everybody either gets with the program immediately or immediately starts self-correcting. My legal name is Thomas J. Wasserberg. My stage name is Tommy Jane Tudor. I'm mostly known by that. Correct. That's what's on my identification. But nobody, except for Mr. Taylor, has given me any kind of blowback about when I say, hey, look, I'm transgender. Please refer to me as female. Okay, fine, Ms. Wasserberg. Everybody but him. That's true, but I also carry a letter. I carry a letter from my doctor saying I'm in treatment for gender dysphoria. Tomasa. Actually, that's my least favorite. Ms. Wasserberg, if you're going to be formal, or Tommy Jane, if you're not going to be formal. And like I say, everybody else in the department is immediately agreeable to that, either getting right in step and relating to me as a female with no problem at all, or self-correcting from that point on, except Mr. Taylor. Um, I don't know. I deal with beat cops regularly for all sorts of different reasons. Um, there were only two incidents that stand out in my mind. I'm sure he was there at other times. Um, but the two incidents that stand out in my mind are the incident on the 29th and the incident on November 3rd, when he took me in on totally bullshit charges that you upheld. That is correct. And I am, yeah, and I'm happy with what his supervisor did to deal with the situation in that moment. I'm just worried about ongoing confrontations with Mr. Taylor because I believe that he has a hard on me. Well, actually, I'd like to get him in the gym sometime in front of a bunch of rookies. I'd like to get him in a gym in front of a bunch of rookies, demonstrate to the brass what a stupid fuck he is, and how he endangers other police by being a stupid fuck. I understand that, but Sergeant Hurd was amused by the thought, and that's his ship commander. That would be fine, just to express my concern that this guy has preconceived notions about me and is not treating me fairly. I'd like it in the professional standards jacket. Oh yeah, because that's the least important. The most important is that for the past couple of years, I have been trying to report on organized crime syndicate that is harassing me very badly on the web, causing me a lot of harm. Instead of investigating any of this, I have been petitioned 3 times for psych evaluation because I'm complaining about conspiracy. The 3rd time, Winsky and Dial fabricated the petition, falsified everything on the petition. And I was kicked right out. If he didn't have a judge's signature, they wouldn't have even admitted me. It was that bad. This gang that I'm trying to report on has been bragging that they've got me under surveillance. I've been burglarized 3 times now by somebody who's exploiting a very narrow window of opportunity. I was in the house. I was on the property this morning when it happened. They're coming in, grabbing critical items, and walking out without disturbing anything else. 3 times now it's happened. Landau has been assigned the case, and I'm not hearing back from him. 30 years ago, if I got burglarized in Chicago, the burglary guys would have been driving me around looking for the guy that I told him where to find him. But he has done nothing. The saxophone is very rare, and it has...
What's the case number that you reported?
The sax case, the first burglary is 1601-290-560. The second burglary is, and this was, I don't know, time is, I've been very ill, and this has all happened in the last few days. The second burglary, which has probably not even been assigned yet, is 16022-30508. And the third burglary was this morning, 1602-240-227. The MO matches. The second number, 16022-30508, was the burglary from yesterday. 1602240-227 was the burglary today.
Okay, so what is your concern?
My concern, and I've already filed this concern with them. I've filed this.
Can you let me finish my question?
Go ahead.
Start answering. Okay, so you have 3 burglary reports that you've given me, and you are concerned that nobody is investigating this burglary report?
Yes.
Okay, so not just because you reported burglary doesn't mean that they're going to be investigated. What I will do is I will do some research on your cases to see what I can find on those cases, and then I can get back to you and see if I can give you some idea of what's going on with those cases. But just because you report a burglary doesn't mean that it's going to be investigated further.
Oh, I know that. My assertion, and I've already made the complaint several months ago before these burglaries ever happened. There is a complaint pending against you and the local FBI for unequal protection. That anytime I bring a complaint, it gets shit canned. And I'm just labeled as a mentally ill transgender person to ignore. That's the complaint. And it's been active with the DOJ. I made the complaint. That anytime I make a complaint about criminal activity against me, it is ignored because they just assume I'm mentally ill and not worth investigating anything for. Right. The complaint number on that is 542-542-156.
I don't know what that number is.
That's Department of Justice number.
Okay, I don't need that number. Okay, so why don't I do this, Ms. Watzenberg? Why don't I will document your issue as far as Officer Taylor and state that you want that document.
And Winsky and Dial.
Spoken to Sergeant Allen and Sergeant Hearn. Okay, and then I will look into your cases as far as your burglary cases to see what kind of information I can look into.
Well, the most important issue.
I can't promise you that just because I look into it that your cases are going to be investigated further.
It doesn't matter to me. It does not matter to me.
Ms. Watzenberg, can you hang on for just one moment? You've been speaking for quite a bit, so I'd like to have my turn. Is that okay?
Sure, but I have a few things I need to say before you go.
Right. Well, you've been speaking quite a bit. I've given you the
Go ahead. I'm listening.
So can I speak now? burglary reports all the time, every day, every week, hundreds of burglary reports. We cannot investigate every single burglary report that we get. It's just not possible with the amount of people that we have. It's not humanly possible. So what happens is just like a 911 call is prioritized, so our burglary reports. And if there's something that they can work as far as looking for suspects or if there's evidence or anything like that, then they will work that. Okay, but there are lots of cases, and the majority of cases that are not worked for various reasons. So let me take a look at your reports here. Let me see what state they're in as to whether or not they're being investigated or if they've been closed or not. But I can tell you, just based upon the number of reports that we get for every day,
I understand.
every month, every year,
I understand, but in this particular instance, we're talking about a rare saxophone that you have the serial number for, and we're talking about a tweaker who's dealing drugs that I told you where to find him.
Okay, well, I will take a look at those reports and see if there's something that I can see whether or not.
Now let's talk about the most important item.
Okay, I thought this last one was the most
Now, Winsky and Dial.
Pardon me?
Winsky and Dial falsified a petition to have me taken. They falsified a petition, got a signature from a judge. The petition was so bad that the intake doctor said he would have kicked me out if it wasn't for the signature of the judge. And
So they falsified, which petition did they falsify?
the last petition, I forget the date. It was like in late November, early December, I think. They had me petitioned. I was complaining about this gang that's been harassing me. Dial came out here, saw the evidence on my computer. His jaw dropped when he looked at it. When he went back to the station, he says, well, the last time I talked to him was when I tried to log into that website, which is anothermessageboard.com. He found out that they had something hosted on their mirrored on their server, on your server. That's the last I heard from him. Next I heard, he's telling me I'm harassing these guys that I'm complaining about. I need to stop or he's going to arrest me. 2 weeks later, all of a sudden, he's at my door with a signed petition from the judge. Meanwhile, these guys are bragging that they got that Winsky and Dial are in their pocket, working for them, and that they're bringing the gang that is harassing me. There is a gang that's been harassing me. They are saying that not only Sergeant Winsky, but at least a half a dozen people in your department, including the chief of staff, and that they're bringing heroin in 55-gallon drums loaded onto vans that they're exchanging in Kennedy Park.
And that the chief of staff of the police department is involved in that?
That's what these guys are bragging, yes.
Okay, so who are these guys?
The names that I have are Kevin Jerome Hoffman, Hoffman, Adelaide Zethon Chlorade, Adelaid Zethon, Jimmy Webster, Patrick Kelly, and Michael Osborne, and Tom Madeira.
How do we get in touch with all these people?
Have an investigator come and I'll show you. Or, have somebody contact me and I'll show you what's going on.
I'm asking you right now. I'm talking to you in contact.
Well, Kevin Jerome Hoffman can be found.
Hang on a second. You're giving me all this information. You're just giving me names of this gang of people that has information about officers doing illegal things, but you have no contact information.
Yes, I do.
Okay, where is it?
Kevin Jerome Hoffman and Tom Madeira can be found on Facebook under those names. Hoffman is in Spankinkill, New York or something, and Madeira is in Belleville, Nebraska. Adelaide Zethon Chlorade is the owner of anothermessageboard.com. His host is Total Choice Hosting. These other chucklefucks are people I don't have much info on besides their names. I have, if you give me someplace to send it, I have a last known address, physical address on Chlorade that he says he's still occupying.
Okay, and you're in touch with this gang, and they give you this information firsthand.
They're trolls. I'm an artist. They've been trolling all over the web.
Okay.
Oh, no, I think we covered it all, Sergeant. Thank you.
Okay.
So basically, there's three items. Is the thing with Casey just a general complaint? Um,
The second one is about your burglary, and the third one is about the petition that you believe that Sergeant Winsky
was
is
falsified, and there's rumors of them being in the, being paid off by the criminal gang that's harassing me. Yes, those are the three items.
Okay.
Thank you for taking the time, sir.
You're welcome.
A happy day.
Goodbye.
Bye. Cops. Rock and roll. Fun, fun, fun. Do that. Take the deeper away.